Maximum tension strategy. Europe countries and Mexico are unifying forces to stand up to Trump.
México y Europa desafían a Trump con un acuerdo comercial histórico.
With a treaty, commercial treaty that goes way up to history.
Mientras Canadá queda en la sombra.
Canada stays in the shadows.
El tablero del comercio internacional ha cambiado drásticamente.
The International Commerce Act has changed very drastically.
Trump amenaza. México
Trump likes to
responde con un acuerdo de alto impacto.
Mexico responds with a treaty of high impact between Mexico and Europe.
Desde su llegada a la política, Donald Trump ha basado su estrategia económica en el proteccionismo y la confrontación.
From when Donald Trump came to the U.S. presidency, he has focused on protectionism only, without seeing the interest of the country.
Con su ya conocida retórica incendiaria, ha utilizado los aranceles como arma de presión.
He has used tariffs for as a weapon of tension to try to make countries to submit to him,
contra sus principales socios comerciales,
especially against his main allies of economy,
especialmente México.
Especially
Sus
Mexico.
constantes amenazas de imponer nuevas tarifas a los productos mexicanos no son
His threats of putting tariffs to Mexico and Canada, there are nothing new.
novedad, pero esta vez México no se ha quedado de brazos cruzados.
This time, Mexico has not crossed its arms.
Ante el inminente riesgo de nuevas sanciones comerciales por
Looking at the risk of new commercial sanctions from the U.S. to Mexico,
parte de Estados Unidos, México ha optado por una respuesta contundente.
Mexico has opted to a solution and to answer back to Trump
Fortalecer sus relaciones con él.
by fortifying his relations, his commercial relations with
Europa.
Europe.
El acuerdo moderniza y amplía el tratado vigente desde el año 2000.
The treaty with Europe has been modern and very outgoing since the year 2000.
Incluyendo por primera vez sectores clave como comercio digital.
For the first time, they've been adding commercial ties through digital areas,
Telecomunicaciones, servicios financieros
communications, financial services,
y licitaciones públicas.
and public services.
En otras palabras, abre de par en par las puertas a la inversión extranjera y al intercambio de productos con una de las economías más poderosas del mundo.
In other words, they open doors to the economy of the outside countries. I mean, Mexico opens its economy with the outside countries, making all those countries, including Mexico, to be as strong as ever.
Estrategia de bullying comercial imponiendo barreras y restricciones.
While Trump likes to go bullying countries, threaten with tariffs, and making believe that countries should submit, making believe that countries should beg him.
México ha hecho lo contrario.
Mexico has done the opposite.
Ha eliminado obstáculos
Mexico has eliminated obstacles
y ha facilitado la entrada de productos y capital
and it has made it easier to bring in products
extranjero.
from the outside countries of Mexico. Have made it easy to bring products to Mexico from Europe and other different countries in Latin America.
Ahora, cualquier empresa mexicana podrá vender sus productos en Europa sin
Now, any Mexican company is going to be able to sell its products in Europe free of tariffs, free treaty,
sin pagar altos aranceles,
without paying high tariffs,
mientras que los consumidores mexicanos tendrán acceso a bienes europeos a precios
and Mexican consumers would have access to European items and products
más competitivos.
at more competitive prices, not prices as the USA. Prices would be way cheaper for Mexico since this commercial treaty from Mexico to Europe.
El sector automotriz, agrícola y tecnológico
The sector of automotives, agriculture,
los grandes ganadores. Uno de los
and a few more would be the winners.
sectores que más sufrirá el impacto de este tratado es el automotriz.
The ones that would really suffer this treaty, this treaty right now, at the moment, with the tariffs, would be the automotive sector,
Y esto es un golpe directo a los intereses de Trump.
and this is a big direct head that would hurt Trump.
Las empresas europeas ahora podrán adquirir vehículos fabricados en México
The European companies now would have access to automobiles made in Mexico
sin pagar aranceles,
without paying any tariffs,
lo que podría significar un redireccionamiento de la producción automotriz hacia
which would be a good thing for Mexico because Mexico would be able to produce a lot more and focus his commercial views and his commercial routes to Europe, because there will be lots of demands for automobiles. There's going to be a lot of demands for cars to be made to send to Europe
Europa en lugar de Estados Unidos.
instead of USA.
Mientras Trump busca frenar la industria mexicana con impuestos, Europa
While Trump is trying to put a brake on industrial production of Mexico,
abre sus puertas de par
Europe is opening its doors wide open, like a French door, like a giant French door, wide open to Mexico's industry,
brindando un incentivo enorme a los fabricantes
giving incentives even to companies who come and do business in Europe from Mexico.
para voltear a ver al viejo continente.
So that Mexico is able to look at the old continent of Europe.
Pero no solo los autos serán beneficiados. Productos agrícolas
But not only the automobiles will get the benefit of this treaty. Also, agricultural products like avocado,
como el aguacate mexicano, que en España
avocado of Mexico,
alcanza precios exorbitantes,
that in Europe are acquired at very high prices,
ahora podrán llegar a Europa con costos reducidos,
now they are going to be able to come to Europe at very low prices, at prices that they could afford,
haciendo que el mercado europeo prefiera los productos de México
making the market of Europe to prefer Mexican products
sobre los estadounidenses.
over the ones from USA because of the price. Because the prices are very cheap, way cheaper than the ones in the USA. Even in the USA itself, the prices of these avocados are super expensive. So Europe is very happy to open its markets to acquire these avocados from Mexico at a very low price, at prices that Mexico consumers get them themselves.
Lo mismo ocurrirá con vinos, quesos,
The same thing would happen with wines, cheese,
una gran variedad de
all kinds of cheese,
productos agroalimentarios que
and many other agricultural products
circularán con mayor facilidad entre ambos mercados.
that would acquire each other from both markets, meaning European markets and Mexican markets.
Además, el acuerdo también contempla el comercio digital y los servicios financieros.
Also, the treaty, as we say before, includes financial services, digital products, communication.
Empresas mexicanas podrán expandirse con mayor facilidad en Europa y viceversa.
Mexican companies will be able to expand themselves all over Europe and vice versa, meaning also Europe will be able to expand its markets in Mexico
Sin tantas trabas regulatorias.
without so many regulatory stops, without so many tariffs, without so many walls that would stop, that would have made it difficult for them to have businesses in Mexico. Everything will be way more easier now, from now on.
Bancos europeos podrán operar en México con mayor
European banks will be able to operate in Mexico with much more liberty,
libertad y las inversiones en proyectos de energía limpia y transporte aumentarán significativamente.
and investors will be able to have a lot of business in energy, a lot of opportunity on the technology sector to Mexico and to Europe, where both would work together.
En un momento en el que la digitalización y las energías renovables
In a moment where where all the digital and the renewable energies are at its peak,
están transformando la economía global.
and that are making a change to the global economy.
¿Y Canadá? ¿Dónde queda en todo esto?
Canada, where would Canada be?
Mientras México y Europa avanzan con paso firme en esta nueva
While Mexico and Europe are advancing in this with this new treaty,
Alianza, Canadá ha quedado atrapado en la incertidumbre.
with this new alliance, Canada is still in the shadows.
Sin un tratado similar con Europa
With no treaty as equal as with Europe,
y con una relación de dependencia absoluta hacia Estados Unidos,
and with a relationship that depends strongly from the USA,
el país de la hoja de Maple se encuentra en una posición cada vez más
the country of Canada is in a position
vulnerable.
of more vulnerability
Históricamente,
to expand its economy.
Canadá ha intentado diferenciarse de México en la
Historically, Canada has been trying to differentiate itself from Mexico,
relación con Estados Unidos, buscando un trato preferencial
looking to have a good relationship with USA, as always.
con Washington. Sin embargo, esta estrategia ha resultado ser un grave error.
But this strategy has been a big mistake from Canada.
Trump ha demostrado que no tiene aliados, solo intereses.
Trump has shown that he has no allies. He's not interested on no allies. He's only interested on gaining economic power.
Y cuando Canadá intentó acercarse a él, solo
And when Canada tried to get close to USA,
recibió desprecio.
to Trump,
El colmo fue cuando
it only got to be pushed away.
el entonces ministro de Ontario, Doug Ford,
The Minister of Ontario, Doug Ford,
prácticamente suplicó que Canadá fuera tratado con más respeto que México,
begged to USA to be treated with a lot more respect than Mexico,
solo para ser humillado por la administración de Trump.
only to be humiliated by the Trump administration.
Ahora, sin un acuerdo comercial con Europa y con
Now, with no commercial treaty with Europe,
su economía altamente
and with its economy
dependiente de Estados Unidos,
highly dependent from the USA,
Canadá se encuentra sin opciones claras.
Canada right now is with no clear options
Mientras tanto,
to his economy.
México ha demostrado que la clave no es la sumisión ni la
While Mexico right now has shown that the answer is not to submit,
dependencia, sino la diversificación.
not to be dependent, but to be diversified
Con acuerdos comerciales que incluyen
with treaties of commerce
a América Latina,
that includes Latin America,
Asia y ahora
all the Latin American countries, includes all the Asian countries,
Europa.
includes all the European countries.
El país se ha convertido en un jugador estratégico
Mexico has become the strategic player
a nivel global.
at a level of global commerce.
Y la postura de Trump ya no es una amenaza insuperable, sino
And Trump is not a threat anymore. It's not a threat that cannot be overcome,
un obstáculo más que puede ser sorteado con inteligencia y diplomacia.
but only an obstacle that could be fix with dialogue and intelligence.
Diplomacia. El impacto en Estados Unidos, un cambio en el equilibrio de poder.
The impact in USA, the change of power.
Estados Unidos está acostumbrado a dictar las reglas del comercio en América.
Mexico is, I'm sorry, not Mexico. The USA is used to set the commercial rules
Del norte.
in North America.
Sin embargo, este nuevo acuerdo entre México y Europa cambia las
But now, this treaty between Mexico and European countries
reglas del juego.
changes the rules of the game.
Ahora, los productos europeos tendrán un acceso preferencial al mercado mexicano.
Now, the European markets would have a preference of commerce with Mexico,
compitiendo directamente con los estadounidenses
competing directly with USA
que aún pagan aranceles.
that still pay tariffs.
Esto significa que muchos productos europeos, como
This means that many European products
quesos, vinos y tecnología
like cheese, wines, and technology
podrían venderse a precios más competitivos en México,
would be able to sell to more competitive prices in Mexico
desplazando a los productos estadounidenses.
instead of getting products from USA.
Y lo que es peor para Trump, si decide imponer más aranceles a México, el
And much worse to Trump if he decides to put more tariffs to Mexico.
país simplemente podría redirigir sus exportaciones hacia Europa
Mexico will be able to redirect all its exporting products to European countries,
dejando a Estados Unidos sin ciertos productos clave.
leaving to USA only the products that are not needed in those countries.
Pero la jugada maestra de México no solo afecta a la economía, también representa una pérdida de influencia política para Washington.
But the strategy of Mexico with European countries, Asian countries, Latin American countries does not play a direct impact only in economy of the USA, but also in the way the USA carries its government treaties with other countries. In other words, it shows Trump is incompetent, not able to have good relationships with any country at all.
Durante décadas, Estados Unidos ha usado su poder económico para ejercer control sobre sus socios comerciales.
From many decades, USA has used its economy to control all its commercial allies.
Pero ahora, con un socio tan fuerte como la Unión Europea,
But now, with an ally as strong as Europe and European countries,
México tiene más margen de maniobra. El futuro
Mexico will be able to maneuver itself way much better in economy.
del comercio global está cambiando. El acuerdo
The global commerce is changing.
El acuerdo entre México y la Unión Europea no es solo un tratado comercial, es
The treaty between Mexico and the European countries and Europe
una declaración de independencia económica.
is not only economy. The economy is a declaration of independence of their own economy, which define the way each country want to do business with every other country without having nobody to control them, without having nobody to tell them what to sell, what not to sell, or what to offer and what not to offer.
México ha demostrado que no necesita depender exclusivamente de Estados Unidos y
Mexico has shown that he has not a need to depend directly from the USA,
que está dispuesto a explorar nuevas oportunidades en el
and Mexico is showing that he is willing to explore many other opportunities with many other different countries in Europe, Asia, Latin America, and so on,
mercado global. Este pacto
in the global market.
pone contra las cuerdas la estrategia proteccionista de Trump y
This strategy goes against the protectionism of Trump strategy
deja a Canadá en una posición incómoda, sin alianzas comerciales fuertes
and leaves Canada with no allies of commerce, of strong commerce
fuera de América del Norte.
outside of the North America,
Ahora, con un
outside of the North American business.
acceso privilegiado al mercado europeo y una política comercial
Now, with this privilege of the European market,
cada vez más diversificada, México
and with the economy being more diversified,
se consolida como un actor clave en la economía mundial.
Mexico is consolidated as the main actor in the world economy.
El mundo está cambiando y México ha
The world is changing, and Mexico
tomado la delantera.
has taken the initiative.
Mientras Trump sigue construyendo muros, México
While Trump continues to build up walls,
está construyendo puentes hacia un futuro más próspero
Mexico is constructing bridges to a more prosperous future for many different countries, including Mexico,
interconectado.
that would be interconnected.
La relación entre México y las fábricas europeas
The relationship between Mexico and the European factories
está entrando en una nueva era de colaboración.
are joining together now in a new era of collaboration.
Con el reciente acuerdo comercial, las empresas europeas
With the new commercial treaty between Europe and Mexico,
ven a México como un socio para crecer juntos.
European countries see Mexico as an ally to grow up together.
Las fábricas mexicanas, conocidas por su gente trabajadora,
The factories of Mexico, known for its hard-working people
y bien capacitada,
and very well trained,
se están volviendo muy atractivas para las inversiones europeas.
Are becoming very attractive to European investors.
Este intercambio no es solo de comprar y vender,
This exchange is not only to buy and sell.
es una oportunidad para que México aprenda nuevas tecnologías.
It's an opportunity for Mexico and European countries to learn about each other and to learn about new technologies.
Las empresas europeas traen consigo ideas nuevas y formas de trabajar que no
The European countries come with many ideas, innovative ideas
dañan el medio ambiente.
that are very good and very prospective to the whole world.
México le ofrece a Europa una puerta para entrar a los mercados de América Latina.
Mexico offers European countries the open wide door, like a French wide door, like a French door, to all the Latin American countries, for them
Latina, beneficiando a todos.
to come and offer their products, so they all could benefit from each other.
Pueda descargar el informe gratuito.